What is going on, my beautiful God created souls? I pray that everybody is staying prayed up and positive. Yes, 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 yes. I pray to all my beautiful chosen women. I pray to all my beautiful chosen men. Or can men be beautiful? I guess like handsome, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I pray that y'all are all staying prayed up and positive, and I hope that everybody is having an amazing day. Okay, so listen, like the title says, okay, stop stressing, right? Stop overthinking whatever you're overthinking, whatever you're stressing about, okay? Let go and let God, okay? God already has it under control, okay? Sometimes, we get caught up in the matrix, or we get caught up in the noise, and we get caught up on being a perfectionist and having a list for this and having a list for that. And sometimes you start panicking, you start overthinking and stressing about the future. And yes, save your money and learn financial management. And yes, pray, even though faith without works is dead. And yes, but at the same time, we get caught up in the noise sometimes that we forget what God is trying to tell us, and sometimes, God is just telling you to be present, right? Just take a deep breath, pause, and be present, okay? Having solitude, okay? And living in the moment, right? Part of, and we always say we're grateful, and you are grateful, but we always say we're grateful, and we always say we're appreciative of this. But what about, you know um having solitude and having balance, and living in the moment, and actually being grateful for what we have right now in the moment, what we could do right now in the moment, being grateful for the present, being grateful for this moment, just turning your thoughts off. That spirit of overthinking, that spirit of anxiety, the devil, he thrives in that. And the other day, I had to just, tell myself, like, it's a lot of times it's how we respond, being positive in a negative situation. you know Stop feeding. Sometimes we can unknowingly feed into negativity by maybe just not responding to certain negative people. But sometimes whatever is over, part of also being positive in a negative situation is whatever it is that's in your life that's causing you to stress. It's causing you to overthink. It's draining you. And you're not getting any reciprocation from it, yet you're overly stressing, you're overly thinking about it, you're overly panicking about it. Let that go. Sometimes in letting that go, it might just mean being in the moment right now, going out for a drive, going out to the park, and even exercising, working out. But sometimes you have to just you know be in the moment, live, get some fresh air, getting out of the house sometimes, living life, and having solitude. It doesn't have to always mean, spending money and materialistic possessions. No, it doesn't always mean, yeah, you can take out your stress by working out, and it doesn't mean running away from your problems. It just simply means pausing, letting go, talking with God, because we need God, every second, every step of the day, throughout the day. And sometimes God isn't asking for much, but just trust the process. Part of trusting the process is also having faith that it's going to work out. And stressing about it, overthinking about it, it's not going to solve the problem. doing too much, which can cause us to, you know, jump into the future all the time, and it's like you're not realizing what you could do right now in the moment. You don't realize how you can just having a peace of mind is sometimes just not doing anything. We're not thinking about anything right now, but just thinking positive, being positive in negative situation. Because when you're constantly, feeding negativity and having negative thoughts and stress and overthinking, the devil, he thrives in that. And it's only going to escalate, and you're going to find yourself in this never-ending circle. You're going to find yourself, panicking. You're going to find yourself in survival mode. And God is love. God is peace. It's okay to live. It's okay to have fun. And having fun, again, doesn't have to mean worldly things, but taking care of your health, taking care of your body. And part of taking care of your health and your body is not just going to the gym. You don't have to always do hard workouts, to be fit. I do go to the gym, but it's okay doing softer things, going out for a walk, or, stretching and just relaxing your body, moving your body, eating high vibrational foods. That's why God encourages us to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. This morning I just had some oranges. A lot of you guys, a lot of you, y'all leave, healthy food ideas in the comments, which I really, really appreciate. And, for everyone else to, get educated from. And when we're eating our fruits and vegetables, and we're eating high vibrational foods, and we're drinking lots of water, we're hydrating ourselves, that all, because as a chosen one, you naturally are the light that's surrounded by darkness. But don't forget, you attract both light and dark. You don't have to you don't have to chase, you attract. But don't forget, it's very easy to get caught up in that spirit of confusion. It's very easy to get caught up in that spirit of panicking and overthinking and anxiety and stress. Okay, because again, you attract both light and darkness. You don't want to attract those negative thoughts. You don't want to attract those dark thoughts. Unknowingly, before you know it, you're in this chaotic survival mode stage. That's when you have to put yourself first. God already has everything under control. Everybody else is fine. It's going to work out. Because guess what? What God has for you is only going to be for you with your name on it. He's trying to give it to you, but sometimes we can miss the blessing, and we can miss it by overthinking, overstressing. And we have to, making a list and micromanaging, and God has that list. God is our creator. God is your provider. God has it under control. A lot of times it's how we respond to certain people, places, and things. And don't beat yourself up over this. Don't beat yourself up at all. That's why I tell all of us to listen, continue to encourage yourself, like that gospel song. Continue to uplift yourself. Continue to feed yourself positivity, doing positive things to yourself. You don't chase, you attract. You are the light that's surrounded by darkness. Staying positive, it can help attract more positive things your way. And you don't respond to darkness. You don't respond to negativity, because it's going to try to come. The devil, he'll see certain, how you respond to certain things. If it means going out for a drive, that's why we always say, God's timing. But sometimes when we get caught up in the noise, we miss God's timing. But what's for you will never miss you. So, it could be delayed, but not denied. Okay, so I don't know if this video was confirmation for anybody. I don't know exactly what I want to name the title, because I was just, going off, from the Holy Spirit. And, again, I was like, let me do my makeup, let me do my nails, let me do, overthinking. And again, part of my purpose and part of my videos, it's not just about being camera shot ready all the time. but it's about the message. It's about the principle. It's about, a situation that I could be going through or went through. And God gave me this solution to give to you because, again, and that's why it's important to take these words up with God. Don't be afraid to have one-on-one time with God. And part of the phrase that we all say, everybody can't go, it's just you. It may just be you driving in the car. It may just require you to take time away from whatever kind of noise is going on in your life. Maybe you have a significant other. Maybe you have, you're trying to control the kids and you're trying to control whatever. And I'm not saying how you're feeling is not valid. But sometimes we can forget that we're not alone. And God will send other earth angels. God will send other positive divine messages to remind you you are not alone. Part of you, letting go and letting God and stop worrying and stop stressing and living life in the moment. Living is not just being materialistic, but having solitude, being grateful for right now, being grateful for not in the present. Stop always trying to live and control the future and live and control the present, because that's God's job. We're just a messenger. We're just, we're chosen ones. We're just a vessel. And not saying just like I'm minimizing our worth, but you're so valuable. You are a diamond. You are more than you really think you are. So continue to believe in yourself. Continue to say positive affirmations, because guess what? You do deserve it. Continue to uplift yourself. Continue to encourage yourself. And for so long, we were around people, that were telling us otherwise. So I get it. Don't beat yourself up because this is new for you. Whether you're a mother, whether you're a father, whether you're single, and whoever clicks on this video. Yes, we're being ye steadfast as we're embodying the work of God. But I'm not a perfectionist. I'm not God. I can't control the outcome of things, but I can try my best. I can try to be obedient, but also live, also be in a moment. It's okay to have fun. As far as, like I said, embodying in the work of God, it's okay to have fun. But, and if you mess up, ask God for forgiveness. And that's why God encourages us to not only be kind to our enemies, but we forgive. And when you forgive, you get more blessings. And not that we're doing all of this to get a reward. Not that we're doing all of this to get something back, but it's for you. Okay, you forgive for you. You're not forgiving for the other person, but it's for you. And not that we're making it about us, because it's about God, Jesus at the end of the day. And that's why we pray. That's why we have more one-on-one time with God, because everybody's life is different. But you're living, so you live, be grateful for your life and what God has blessed you with. And part of God blessing us with more, when we're grateful for what we have and God bless us with more, that's when we stop living in the future. We start living in the present, right now. What can we do with the resources that God gave us right now and make the best of it? It's kind of like you don't always have to you don't need $1 million to become a millionaire. You don't need $1 million to be happy. Some millionaires and people, there's people on earth that never been happy before, never had a peace of mind. And usually they have negative energy. They may be energy vampires trying to siphon off your energy. And thanks to God, we have discernment. So we have to put our energy into things that are positive and that build us up. Yes, we're going to have discipline. But planning out the day and all that kind of stuff, don't forget to relax. Don't forget to rest. Because at the end of the day, God is in control. Okay, God's plan is to give you a hope in the future. The best thing about God and the best thing about God stepping into our lives was that He rescued us. He rescued you. He rescued you from the hands of the enemy. And you're getting back everything that the devil thought he stole from you. So if he can't get you with the people, he's going to try to get you while you're alone and have you overthinking and have you stressed about nothing. Absolutely nothing. So that's what I have for tonight. Continue to get rest. Continue to breathe. Continue to know that you're not alone. Okay, we're in this chosen community together. And most importantly, you have God. So I hope this message helps someone, okay? Continue to stay prayed up and positive. Continue to uplift yourself. Speak highly of yourself. Okay, you are beautiful, you are handsome, you are worthy. Okay, and things are going to get better. Allow it to. Allow it. And you can allow it by leaving it alone. Letting go and let God. Get your peace of mind by leaving it alone. Being in the moment, being in right now, being in the present. Part of you chasing and you attract is not just relationships, but it's everything in your life. You know, God is in control, so God gonna step in. You know, God will always protect you from unseen dangers and you know, just, you know, He will always warn you. And you know, it'll always be His rejection for your protection. Yes, we're cleaning the house. You're going to get to whatever you're going to get to whenever you get to it. That way you don't get, I don't mean to trigger anybody, so you don't get anxiety with cleaning the house, if you know what I'm trying to say. Trying to be a perfectionist. You know, yeah, we're going to clean the house, but what about our mind? What about our spirit? Okay, your body is a temple. Be gentle with your body. Be gentle with your mind. Continue to move your body around. Continue to get away from the noise. Because God will answer your prayers. God knows what you're going through. Okay? So that's it for tonight. Have a great night. Okay? Or wherever you are, have a great day. Okay? And I'll see you all next time.